Hi Beatle people, welcome back to A Beautiful Life. So today's video is going to be a look at the new John Lennon Mind Games coffee table book. This was just released a few days ago and it was very kindly sent to me to show you here on my channel. So that's what we will do today. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here is the front of the book, a very nice picture of John here. And there's a little description here on the back. So essentially this book not only goes into the Mind Games album and the writing and the recording and the release, but also the time period that inspired the album and what was going on in John and Yoko's lives at that time. I'll show the book that came with the Mind Games deluxe box set at the end as well, so we can kind of see the two side by side. So you can see this book is considered to be by John and Yoko and with contributions from the people who were there. So this is considered a coffee table book, so there are a lot of pictures in here. So here is the list of contents. You can see all these individual sections here. So a lot of this is in John and Yoko's own words, and then there's also commentary from people who worked with them on the album. Then there's a preface here by Yoko. You could pause this to read. So throughout this book there's a lot of artwork and there's handwritten lyrics, a lot of photos, some previously unseen. So I don't know if I'll show every single detail of the book. I want to save some things for you to see on your own. But you can see there are song lyrics in some parts, and then it goes into, in John and Yoko's own words, commentary about that. So they're talking here about the inspiration behind the song and the song lyrics as well. There's some artwork down here. And some of the sections here show in detail the meanings of a lot of the stuff that appeared in the box set. You remember these symbols, for instance, were hidden on one, or not hidden, but were on one of the discs in the box set. So this gives more information on what all of that means. There's a lot of different explanations like this throughout the book. And this part here I want to show, these are John's handprints. April 8th, 1973. These were used for palm readings, it says. And let me just put my hand over it, you could see. So you could see this pattern continues throughout the book. So we start with the song lyrics here, and then you turn and there's John and Yoko's commentary related to that song and what inspired it and what was going on in their lives at that time as well. And there are photos accompanying all of this and artwork. And as it goes through the album, as I said, it kind of chronicles what was going on at that time. So we have here 2 plane tickets that John and Yoko had. It says they were going to New York to host what would be the Newtopia press conference. And this section here talks about the Dakota. It actually has floor plans in here. And it shows here all the plaques that were on the doors in the different rooms. So there's some photos of the apartment and them in the apartment. There's the seal of Newtopia. I did a video on my Instagram showing the new Citizen of Newtopia forum that was launched recently. And I did make an account on there. I'm also a Beatle Life on there. Then towards the end here, there's a section that talks about the individual band members and some commentary from them as well. Then here's some cover art from the Mind Games single. Then this section here gets into the promotion of the Mind Games album. Talks about the TV commercial, and again, these are all kind of direct quotes as well. These are, of course, the album advertisements, and we got postcards of these in the Mind Games box set. There's an interview transcript here and some more photos. Some photos actually of that interview taking place. So some more photos close out the book here. And then there's credits at the end. The index at the very end there. So I do want to show this next to the book that came with the Mind Games box set. Here are the two books side by side, so let me open up to the contents of each of these. So here is the book from the box set, and you can see in the contents it really delves into the music side of things. Each of the songs talks about each of the mixes there and the different musicians and engineers. So really focusing on the music on the album itself. And then this book does, of course, talk about the album, but then talks about kind of, it chronicles what was going on in that time period of John and Yoko's life and everything that inspired the songs and inspired the album. So it really delves more in depth into that time period and more in depth of everything related to the Mind Games album. If you have not seen it, I did do an unboxing of the Mind Games Deluxe box set in more detail, so showing this book and all the discs and everything that was in there. You can check that out. It's just a few videos ago on my channel. Alright, so that was the look through of the book, and I hope you enjoyed that. To close out the video here, I just want to do a little bit of talking. So, as you know, I was supposed to see Ringo last week. That did very sadly get canceled because he wasn't feeling well. I hope he's better now. As I'm filming this, we haven't gotten an update from him yet, but I hope he's doing better. And I also hope that next year finally works out for me to see him again. As you know, I've had some bad luck with, postponements and cancellations. But to end the week on a positive note, I went to see today One Hand Clapping in theaters, and that was really enjoyable. I was dancing in my seat the entire time. I really loved that present day Paul did an intro before it started, so it was cool to see him talking to us on the big screen. And I really enjoyed the backyard performances from Paul at the end as well. So the whole thing was really good. I wish I could see it a second time, but today was the final showing at my local theater at least. But that was a positive way to end the week after, the disappointment of the Ringo show not happening. But again, I really hope next year works out. So yes, that is going to do it for today's video. So I do want to say thank you very much to the John Lennon Estate for sending this book. I really appreciate that. And this was a total surprise. I didn't know it was coming, so that made it even better. So thank you very much for this. So again, thank you very much for watching this video, and all my social media is linked in the description. So thanks for watching, and as always, have a beautiful day, everybody. Bye-bye.